In today's video, I'm going to check out the SE4100 that I just recently got. If that's something that you're into, stick around.
This is some bullshit.
So we're gonna talk about this incredibly atrocious looking box. I ordered something, got it off of Reverb. This is the box that it came with. And, you know, at first glance, when you see that, you're questioning if everything inside of it is still okay. Did it make the trip? You see how much tape is left on this box? All the tape that's still on there. I mean, there's not much. I got a lot of it off, but look at it. Look at it, okay? This is what I took off of it. What is that, like a good 4 to 5 inch tape ball? Not a perfect ball, but it's a lot, right? It's a lot of tape. That's what it looks like. So I should have really did this unboxing, recorded it, because it was funny as hell watching me get this. Whoever sent this to me wanted to make sure that if we had some sort of nuclear blast or we got infiltrated by a bunch of bulldozers running through the trucking places that deliver all this stuff, that it was gonna make it. And it did. It made it. What came in that box is the SE4100. Let's go ahead and open this box up. A little bit easier than that box. I don't need to do an overhead thing. Let me get this a little closer. So I didn't know, because I'm used to buying budget stuff, okay? And I did a little thing, like an Affirm thing, making payments on it, you know, doing it my way. I didn't know that some of these nice ones come in stuff like this. Like, this is crazy. Crazy. Do I got it upside down? No. This is crazy. Like, this is a legit nice box. Get all this boxage around. So we'll go ahead and get this thing opened. Unhook the little asps and we'll open it up. This is really cool. Like, this is look at this. Look at this. Okay. That's fancy. I'm not used to fancy. So what you got in the box is the microphone, and there's the microphone. There's the SE4100. Whoop, right there. We'll go ahead and set that down. And then you've got the suspension mount, or the shock mount. Let's just go ahead and set this right here. You've already seen the inside of it. You already saw what it looks like. So then you've got the shock mount and some provided elastic bands right there. So there's the shock mount. All right, pretty nice. And it's like it's all metal with the bands on it. These must be extra bands. So we'll go ahead and see if I can figure out how to mount this thing in. It looks like it just goes in and connects right here at the bottom. There's this little spot right here. And then this, of course, is to mount it on your boom arm or your mic stand, whatever floats your boat. As far as I know, that's all that's in the box. Yep. And it's like a lot of foam. It is probably a easily 2.5 to 3 inches of dense, thick foam. It's pretty cool. Yep. That's it. That's all there is. And I can't imagine what else I'm going to do with this case, because once I take this out, I don't know. I don't see myself putting it back in, but this is a cool case. So it's definitely going to be in the scenery somewhere. We'll just go ahead and do this right here, live on camera, live, pre-recorded, but live, filmed in front of a live studio audience. Let's see. I would imagine you got to loosen up. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take it all the way off. I don't know that you need to, but that's what I'm going to do. Take it all the way off. Baby. Okay, I don't think it goes all the way off. So it must just go enough to loosen up. And there's how it goes. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so it does mount that one on that. All right. I'm not used to this fancy stuff, so bear with me. And that's how you do it. That's it. All right. So what do you say we hook this thing up and see what it sounds like? I turned off everything except the limiter. I'm going to leave the limiter on. And this is the SE4100. This is what it sounds like. Boys and girls. It sounds really good in the headphones. I have no filters on in OBS. I don't have anything turned on in the Vocaster hub. This is just how it sounds. Let me take a look. I got to get out my old man glasses. So it's got a oh, sorry for the light, but I need it. So it's got a decibel pad, -10 or -20. Right now it's at neutral. So this is what it's at, sounds like at neutral. And this is what -10 sounds like. This is what it sounds like with -10. And this is -20. This is what it's going to sound like at -20. I can't hear anything in here, so chances are neither can you. But we'll go back to neutral. And then there's one more that is a high-pass filter, I would assume. I just got to find out what is what. Hang on. Real quick. So it just says it's a, let me just do this so you can't see me, but you can hear me. It's a switchable low cut filter. So you've got a low frequency rumble or footfall noise. Compensates for excessive bass with close mic techniques. Okay. Well, right now we're in the neutral setting, so let's just go ahead and drop it down. And this is what it sounds like in that lower setting. Does it sound much different? This is the SE4100. I can't lie and say I'm not a little giddy. And this is with that low pass filter turned to the higher side. This is what it sounds like that way. I don't need these anymore. So what do we think is better? This is on to the high side. This is neutral. This is with it sitting right in the middle. And I am about, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 inches away from the microphone right now. And then there we are on that low side again. How does it sound? This is going to be cool. So this is, like I said, this is what it sounds like with nothing. Let me put this back to neutral. We'll leave that right there. And then we'll mess around real quick with the filters and see if it sounds any different. I got a feeling that this thing's going to work just fine, just the way it is. But I'll go ahead and throw on, I'll tell you what I've got. I do have a limiter that I had on the whole time. That's not going to affect how it sounds. That's just to help me from peaking if I get too close to the microphone. So that's been on. I do run a regular noise suppression. And the noise suppression I use is through OBS, and it's the RN noise. And I have a noise gate, which is set to -53 decibels on the threshold for the close, and the open threshold is set at -43. Attack time is 25 milliseconds, hold time is 200 milliseconds, and the release time is 150. So that's where I have that noise gate set up as. I do run a de-esser. And then I have 2 different EQs that I use that I like on most of my dynamic microphones. However, this is a condenser. So let's go ahead. And it's also a much more expensive microphone than anything in my arsenal. So let's go ahead and turn some of this stuff on. We'll turn on noise suppression, and this is what it sounds like with the noise suppression turned on. So I'll go ahead and turn on the noise gate, and this is what it's going to sound like with the noise gate and the noise suppression. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the de-esser, and this is what it's going to sound like with the de-esser turned on. This is what it sounds like with the SE4100 with the de-esser turned on in my OBS software filters. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my next EQ, which is Marvel Multi EQ. I've got it set up the way I like it with most of my stuff. And now I've got that turned on. This is the Marvel Multi EQ, and this is how it's going to sound with that on. And then last, I have the built-in 3-band EQ that's built into OBS, and I have that adjusted the way I like it. And now that is turned on. So I've got everything turned on that I normally have on. How does it sound? What sounds better? Does it sound better with all of this running, or does it sound better with all of that off? It is all off right now, and this is what it sounds like with nothing on it. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop, and then I'm going to go back and listen to this, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it. All right, so not to make it, yes, different shirt, different day, same video. I did not test the plosives. I can do that real quick. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, and he does put pineapple on his pizza. And that's the plosives. I guess we can go ahead and I'm gonna make a little bit of noise. Hang on. Ooh, I forgot about that cable being so short. So do a little off-axis rejection, I should say. This is speaking right into the front of the mic. This is speaking 90 degrees. This is from 90 degrees in the other direction. And this is talking in towards the back of the mic. I'm about 8 inches away. So there you have it, back around to the front, and I will go ahead and make some more noise and hook this thing back up. It's kind of hard because my XLR cable is a little too short. I need to get a longer one. I know, everybody says that. Not to make this too long, but I am impressed. I am glad I purchased one of these. It's a learning experience for me because it's a lot better quality than what I'm used to. Again, you're listening to it with nothing on it. There's nothing in the Vocaster turned on, and I have no filters. I keep saying that. I have a couple. I have the limiter and a de-esser. That's it. Neither of those is going to affect like basically how this thing sounds. I'll go ahead and turn the de-esser off. This is with the de-esser off and just the limiter. The limiter is just for if I were to get too close by accident and I didn't want it to distort or clip. So, but yeah, this is what it sounds like raw. I'm kind of a fan of playing around with filters and not necessarily over processing, but I don't know. I like that. I like that sound. That's what drew me into this stuff was that sound. And when I say that sound, I'm referring to this sound. This is what drew me into it. If it's something that you're into, do it. If you like it, that's fine. If it's not, if you want just raw and you want to get the clean, crisp, I'll turn those off, the clean, crisp sound of what the mic is like when it's just doing itself, being the mic that it is, you can do that as well. I'm not going to push this one out there as a budget. There's been a lot of, this has been around a while. So I'm not putting this out as a budget purchase. It's just, it was an excuse to make a video. So anyway, there you have it. Like I said, if you can leave me a comment, that would be cool. That really helps in the engagement, and it gives me things to talk about, things to respond to, and I like that. That's why I do this stuff. Like I said, if you got any value out of it, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See ya. See you later.